Okay, I'm okay. Let me finish out this. Let me go for a little while longer. Like I say, they hired me right there on the spot. I mean, oh, people, I'm not that kind of person. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I don't know why I did that. God made me do that. I don't know. That's not my kind of people. I'm not that kind of person. I don't know what made me do that. God made me do that. The only reason I don't. Who in the devil do I think I was? To get rid of in front of 200 people. Anyway, I went into this. I went into this place, and I got hired, and the Chance bought aircraft out in Grand Prairie, and anyway, I worked there. I worked there probably a couple of years. I don't remember. I don't remember how long I worked there after I got out of the Marine Corps. And see, in the Marine Corps is a whole different. that's another thing that I got to talk about. It's you ain't gonna believe what happened to me in the Marine Corps. It's unbelievable. God works in mysterious ways. But anyway, the reason I got this job at Chance Vault in the electronics is that I went to, see, I couldn't pass college. I flunked out at SMU after 2 years, but I went to the Marine Corps, and darned if they didn't send me to an electronics school at Treasure Island up in the middle of the Oakland Bay Bridge of the naval installation off of it was on Yerba Buena Island. You know, it was a naval electronics school that I went 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for over a year and studied nothing but electronics. It was equivalent to a electrical degree in college. It's the only reason I ever got hired at IBM, you know, because they considered that training I had in the Marine Corps. Actually, it was a naval school, but I was a Marine. It was a class of 20, and I was the only one in a green uniform. Everybody else had a sailor cap on and white clothes, and I had a Marine green, you know. Did you know I was on that base for over a year, and not one sailor talked to me? Boy, I'll tell you, them swabbies hate us Marines. See, the Marines were the guards at the gate on that base. And boy, you know, they hated them guys. Of course, even though I was in school with them, they wouldn't talk to me. You know, which made me, I'm a loner anyway, so that suited me just fine. I didn't care to make no friends with anybody anyhow. I didn't go up there to make friends, you know. But anyhow, that kind of, I just had to kind of tell you where I got my training. Anyway, when I went to work for this is a big one coming up. I went to work, and I worked for them a couple of years. First thing I did when I got there, they had me to build it was a big box of electrical wires with a stepper switch that you put on these airplanes. They put strain gauges on them, and you hook it up. You hook it up these strain gauges all over that airplane to see where where all the strains were in that airplane. Plus, it had also a place where it had a second cockpit up inside the airplane where I had a camera I had to mount up. When I built this box, I took it up to the lead man in my division, and I told him it checked out, and I was through with it. He said, "Well, the what do you call these things that the union?" He said, "The union say that's a 6-month job," and I did it in 3 weeks. He said, "Just go back, sit at your desk, twiddle your fingers for the next 3 or 4 months till the 6 months is up, and then we'll give you another job." And I told him, I said, "Sir," I said, "if you don't have nothing for me to do," I said, "well, just take my resignation. I'm fixing to walk out the door. I ain't going to do that." I said, "I ain't going to sit here and take money from the taxpayer and do absolutely nothing." And so he said, "Well, okay, I'll see if I can find you a job." Well, the next thing I know, he come back to I was sitting at my desk, and I was kind of cleaning up. I'd get ready to leave, you know. Well, that was bull crap, you know, going to tell me to sit there for 3 or 4 months twiddling my thumbs. Anyway, he come back and told, well, we moved you out to the airport. We want you to go out to the airport and you'll be taking pictures of the planes that they build here, taking off and everything, and then you'll be developing the film and this kind of stuff. And it was out at the tower where they, you know, the control tower out there where they talk to the pilots and things when they come out, and they have people that fly those things, test pilots. Well, while I was out there, oh Lord mercy, I hadn't been out there too long till oh my God, one day, I don't remember, one weekday, I don't remember when it was. There was a pilot named Bill Sunday, and he took off one of them production things. It was still had the light green and dark green paint on it that had never been painted yet. It just rolled off the assembly line, and it got at the beginning of the runway. I put my old camera on it, and soon as he started down the runway, I turned the camera on, and I followed him off of the runway. Of course, I could hear. They had a loudspeaker up on top of the thing there, the tower, and I could hear the conversation between the pilot and the tower. And just as he took off, he turned the thing kind of sideways, and he told back to the tower, said, "Got a problem coming back in." And the tower said, you know, whatever they say, you know, Wilco or Helke or whatever, you know, got you something. I forgot all that jargon that they used to use. But anyway, he made a circle around that field, and he had the left wing down as he come in. He was coming in on that runway, and oh my God, he didn't straighten that plane up. I don't know whether he had trouble. There was no communication between him. He didn't have time. It come in so fast. He didn't have time to say anything. But the wing hit the deck, and that thing rolled into a ball of fire, man. I mean, it just rolled down that runway. God, it was an explosion. And, of course, I was taking pictures of it, and I was just, God, my heart was in my throat, you know. Oh, man, you know, I've never seen anything like that before, and I was the guy taking a picture of it, and I run out of film. I only had, you know, one of them little canisters. I don't know, 100 foot or something like that on it. I got all of it except, you know, it was the crash and everything. It stopped and it was burning, but I run out. I left off the top and crawled down into the main tower, and there was another pilot in there, and I don't know what his name was, but the pilot that crashed up name was Bill Sunday. But this other pilot, I couldn't believe, to show you the kind of people that fly those airplanes like that. He looked at that, and I'm sure he knew this guy, you know, who was in there. But he said, man, he rolled him up into a bloody little bunch of meatballs. Oh, my God, I could not believe it. Somebody would say, he bound to have known that guy. Say something like, but then, you know, after him saying that, he's got to go get the next one off that line. He's got to fly that one for the first time. So I guess, I don't know, these test pilots, boy, they got a whole new outlook on life, man. I tell you, I don't think I could do that. I got to talk about my cousin one of these days, because the cousin the same age as me that passed, he graduated from SMU, and I bailed out about 2 years. Well, my cousin, he actually fought in the Korean War. He became a pilot, an Air Force pilot, and he got killed, but not in service. He got greedy, I think. He served his 4-year hitch, I guess, and he went to Japan, and he started flying these rebuilt airplanes out of a Japanese plant, and they say he crashed, got killed. And I was in California. They sent me, Chance Vaught sent me to California with that F-8, that new airplane that they built. And I was out at Edwards Air Force Base with it. They sent me out to California, and my family tried to get in touch with me to tell me that Eugene Williams was his name. He was the same age as I was. We went through high school together. He went to SMU. I didn't see him too much. We took different courses at SMU, but I didn't see him too much out there. But we went to SMU at the same time. He finished and I didn't. He joined the Marine Corps. He joined the Air Force. I joined the Marine Corps. But at any rate, that's all the way it goes. Gene, like I say, Gene Williams, he got discharged from the Air Force, and then he went to work in Japan driving those. He would fly those rebuilt. They'd bring in aircraft there into that Japanese plant and rebuild it, and then he would fly them. I got to quit this thing. I'll talk about it later.